Hello everybody, welcome back to Everyman Prepping. And I know the past few weeks a lot of my videos have been on the banking crisis, the financial crisis, the reports on the war, expanding that, make sure we have all the news on that so we're ready and prepping. But we need to get also back to making sure we have the stuff in our pantry, our food supplies there. Do we have enough food? Are we stocked up enough? And I've come across a story about a very basic food item that's used world over. It's a base need in all the cooking, and it seems like it might be coming in short supply, so we need to stock up on it, make sure that we are ready for this, and we don't have to pay exorbitant fees to get it. We can cook our food, everything's ready. And what I'm talking about is cooking oil. There is a cooking oil shortage that's probably going to happen, and it's not for the reasons that you're probably thinking of. It's not, in the harvesting and the production. Oil producing plants aren't burning down. Spoilage, nothing to do with that. It has to do with, government-induced climate initiatives out there that are causing this. We're going to get into that because it's pretty remarkable that that is actually causing the shortage that we're going to have. As you can see here, it is the cooking oil shortage looms as biofuel demand surges due to climate solution. So, they're taking good cooking oils, shipping it over to use for biofuel to save the planet. It's pretty remarkable, but that's basically looks like what's happening. So if you've been lurking around, you haven't subscribed to the channel, please consider subscribing. Also, like the video. I'd love to get a video up to 50, 60 likes. That would be great. Really helps push it out there. Comment and share as well, the video. So here we go. It says, obviously it starts off, key ingredients, one of the base ingredients, probably all of us, everybody around the world, poor, rich, everybody uses cooking oil to, cook their meals every day. But it says in the coming months we could have a shortage because the biofuel consumption is surging due to climate change initiatives. It says Western nations are increasingly adopting plant-based energy sources such as soybean, canola oils, even animal fats, in a move to reduce carbon emissions by transitioning away from fossil fuels. It's kind of hard to read that without laughing because it's so stupid that we're taking a food item that is used around the world to support people, even foreign countries, and we're going to burn it up in engines because we're dumb. But let's continue though. This shift has presented a profitable opportunity for vegetable and palm oil producers to redirect some of the cooking oil supplies towards transportation sector and other uses. So the key word was shift has presented a profitable opportunity. So it's to make more money. They can take the vegetable oil used for cooking, sell it to a biofuel company, make more money than selling it to people cooking with. So it's all about the money. They always say, follow the money, follow the almighty dollar, although it's not really the almighty dollar anymore. If you've been watching my videos the last few days, it might be the almighty yuan or whatever, but follow the money. So that's basically, it's just money. Everybody, they don't care about people starving, this or that, what they need. They're going to make their money, and that's it. That's it, continue on. Since hot demand for biofuels combined with the war in Ukraine disrupted ag flows and extreme weather in Argentina, curbing vegetable oil supplies and other top producers are reeling from declining production, could push vegetable oil production into a deficit in the second half of this year. Meaning there's going to be more use than they're producing, second half, June through December, basically. This is according to Thomas Mielke. I don't even know how to pronounce that, Mielke. He's the Hamburg, sounds like it's from Germany, Hamburg-based oil world. He goes on to say, biofuels account for a large share of vegetable oil market, but only a fraction of the energy demand. So, very few things use biofuel, biodiesel, whatever, to create energy. Very few things, but it takes a large large share of the vegetable oil. So, it's just amazing they're taking a giant chunk of a base cooking element to make more money that produces hardly energy. But that's the government for you, right there. Sums it up, basically. He's alarmed that biofuel targets pushed by governments might spark a cooking oil shortage. That wouldn't surprise me. It wouldn't be surprising. That's part of the plan. Soaring demand for biodiesel, renewable diesel, and biojet fuel is primarily concentrated in the United States, Europe, Brazil, and Indonesia. A lot of the West, you can throw a little bit east in there, but because the West is always signaling, virtual signaling, we're trying to save the world. Don't worry about China polluting or India. Don't worry about that. Anyways, it goes on. The global palm oil market could struggle to meet demand. The production levels are stagnant. They're at peak vegetable oil, peak palm oil, I guess, on their production. Indonesia and Malaysia are responsible for 85% of the global supply. But it said in the paragraph above right here that Indonesia uses a lot for biodiesel. So there might be a shortage over there. Palm oil is used in a lot of the East, Mid-East, Africa. It's a source of their palm oil. The vegetable oil over here is the rapeseed, the canola, the corn oil, those type of oils. Soybean oil is big in the United States. That's what's used here. Let's check on this, what they talk about with Argentina though really quick. They're having a horrible year for their soybean. And you'll see here how much they produce, but they're in a huge drought over there. Kind of like the California, Midwest was in a drought here. California hopefully out of it now, but huge drought going on in Argentina. It says the second full week of March 2023 saw some rain. It says, but unfortunately, the rain arrived a little too late to salvage the soybean crop, which is estimated to be one of the lowest in years. And to go on with that, we have this to supplement from successful farming. Argentina's Buenos Aires Grains Exchange slashed its 2022-23 soy production forecast to 25 million tons, down from 29 million tons previously estimated. That's not from an average, that's just from a low previous estimate. And it says the new estimate is the worst figure for the grain, the soybean grain, in almost a quarter century. So it's the worst harvest in 25 years. Not good because in the past 25 years, population of the world has, well, exploded. Argentina is the world's top exporter of processed soy meal and oil. So that's why Argentina is important. They export a ton of soybean oil, which is used around the world, especially in the West. And if they're not producing it, it could lead to shortage. Now you can say you're not using soybean oil. You're using canola, rapeseed. Well, if there's not soybean, they're going to move to other oils, and that'll cause a shortage in those oils. So let's talk about something else I want to get to before we get to what to do. And that is what to replace vegetable oils with. Because they're not good for you. The vegetable oils are seed oils. They use a very horrible chemical process to get the oil out of whether it's canola, soy, rapeseed, corn. They use a lot of strong, harsh chemicals to get the oil out of it. Not very good for you. Got a lot of fats that are bad. You should try to move away from them. You should definitely try to go organic if you can afford it. But if you can't, what can you get into? Well, let's get out of the seed oils. And this is what I got here from this article here. It's an article about what oils to replace your vegetable oil with. Top one is olive oil. And that's what I try to use. Almost 100% olive oil in the house. Organic olive oil. Because it's not a seed oil. It's a lot healthier for you. And like I said, you can replace every cooking oil with it. It works just as well. There's different grades of it. There's extra virgin olive oil. There's just regular olive oil. There's light olive oil. In fact, I know some of you are thinking, well, I can't bake with olive oil. It tastes weird. Well, I've had a lot of comments. People have wrote me comments that say they've replaced all their vegetable oils with olive oil, and they bake with light olive oil, and they see no difference in their baking. In fact, if you're one of my subscribers out there and you've written this, please comment below with your experience with cooking and baking with light olive oil, and how do your baked goods come out? Your cookies or cakes. Let people know if it's a good substitute. Help them out. So you can do olive oil. You can do coconut oil. I've done that too. We replace things with coconut oil as well. Flaxseed oil and avocado oil. Avocado oil is super expensive. I don't use that, but if you have the means to do it, very good oil to use to replace the vegetable oils out there. So now, let's talk about it. So we know that these shortages are coming, and so how much do you need, or what do you do? Like I said, decide if you're going to stay with vegetable oil or if you're going to move to a non-seed oil. Then you need to figure out how much you need and how long does it last. Well, doing some research, and you can do your own out there, but from the research I've done, it seems that if you keep your vegetable oil in its original container in a cool, dry, dark place, your pantry, in the back, in the bottom, in a box, something like that, where it's climate controlled, you can go up to 24 months or 2 years is what you can do. I don't really pay attention, myself, like I said, do your own research, but for me, I don't pay attention to the date on the bottle itself. What I do on my olive oils, I write the date I buy it, so I know it'll last about 2 years. From that point. If you're a little worried about that, you go 18 months, but you can always tell if it goes rancid. You open it up, you smell it, you taste it, You can tell if the oil goes bad, but you know, you buy something now, it could probably last 18 months, 2 years. And so just plan on that. And then you can, you know, stockpile it now for the next year or two. So how much do you need? How are you going to figure that out? Pretty simple. This is, you know, the method I use is when I open a new container, jar of olive oil, whatever oil you're using, take a Sharpie and write the day you open it. Use it. Right then when it's empty, write the day you finished it and see, was it 3 weeks? Was it a month, 6 weeks, whatever it was, and then do it for the next bottle. You can kind of get yourself an average. Find out how fast you go through this stuff, and then get yourself a year. You know, start building that supply. Get yourself 1 or 2 years worth. You know, if you use one a month, you need 12 jars. And you'll see that's, you know, it's not that much. It won't take that much to get a 1 or 2 year supply, and then you won't be affected by the shortage. As inflation goes up, as scarcity increases, that won't affect you as well. So, you know, get that 1 or 2 year supply, store it in a cool, dry, dark place, and you'll be good to go. That's all I have for this. If you have suggestions for people as well, what to do, oils to use, substitutes, all that good stuff, write it in the comments below. And if you have questions, do the same, and somebody will get back to you. Hope you enjoyed the video, and until next time, keep your ear to the ground and head on a swivel.